Okay, my goodness. Hopefully this is working. That was total flailage on technology part. Hopefully people can find it because I went to go live on that original one and it stopped after about 6 seconds. So here we go. Anyways, I'll play a song here and then we'll get into it, y'all. Nice to see ya. Well, I've been riding on a train, feeling down again. And don't you know midnight when it comes? Oh yeah. Leon in the morning, sun is rising high. Puddles in Paris just trying to get by. But I've been thinking about the things that you said, that I should be so glad to be so sad. No use in hiding, so they say. Things are coming round anyway, and I'll take everything that you will allow. And how will you explain everything when I get off this train? And everything that you should have said before. But I've been thinking about the things that you said, that I should be so glad to have been so sad. She's leaving me, and I'm no good at the short lies. They're lying at my feet, and sometimes I feel I can't compete. Yeah, yeah. Still running? Looks like it's still running. Yeah, looks like it's still running. Okay. Thanks for finding. I don't know what that took, guys, but Facebook was angry with my program.
But we're on! Hooray!
We are on. Welcome.
Cheers! Clink!
All right, so yeah, this is our third concert. This one is Around the World in 80 Rhymes. It's exactly 80 rhymes, all these songs, so I can't play an extra one or one. No, it didn't count up the rhymes. Just was a reference. But all these songs do have some sort of geographical reference to them. That first one was a tune called Short Lies. Rachel always calls it Puddles in Paris. And I wrote that when I was in Aix-en-Provence in France. And I was riding around on a lot of trains. This next one has a geographical reference in it. But all of a sudden I sort of wrote this one because I needed an excuse to have. I needed a tune in open G tuning that I could play blues on because it's fun, and I didn't have one. So rather than learn one, which is harder sometimes than just writing one, and there's this phrase that I saw multiple times, and I was just like, I just like the way that sounds. Not only because I just like spicy, but I just like the phrase. So. On my porch, I'd play it for like 20 minutes, but I'll keep this one short. There's the little dog. My head stops right up now. Come inside, we can be friends. You're the finest capsicum in the land. You don't have to come from Mexico, 'cause you're my homegrown jalapeno. Homegrown jalapeno. You're the one who's green, but they envy you. You're putting all the sultry into my food. Scoville tells me you're coming in low, 'cause you're my homegrown jalapeno. Homegrown jalapeno. Well, I'd be pickled to sing you a song. You'll have to be pickled to stick around long. Quizá haremos en español, 'cause you're my homegrown jalapeno. Homegrown jalapeno. Pick you off the vine when you're firm and young. You're luscious and you're tasty when you touch my tongue. You're my spicy little dish, I love you so, 'cause you're my homegrown jalapeno. Homegrown jalapeno. You see how you could just play this one for like a half hour on the porch and just be totally stoked. Such a nice tune. Temperature rises when you're in my hand. I wash you clean, get on in my pan. You start to sizzle, we take it slow, 'cause you're my homegrown jalapeno. Homegrown jalapeno. You're my homegrown jalapeno. Yeah, you're my homegrown jalapeno. You're my homegrown jalapeno. Yeah, you're my homegrown jalapeno. Homegrown jalapeno. Yeah, you're my homegrown jalapeno. Anything on the sound out there? Everything okay? I'm not overdriving or anything. Balance is fine. I'm looking at one level, it's scary, but as long as no one says anything.
Earlier, Sam Meisner said sounding good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. got?
Hey, we've got probably the farthest one is Sean Hawkyard. Just kidding, Hawkyard. You've got a couple aunts, Chrissy and Colleen.
Hello.
Got my mama and assuming my dad.
Nice.
Rhode Island. We've got Ken in Vermont, Melinda
Nice.
in New York, your mama in Chicago.
Whole family's out.
Yeah. Tom Dixon. Don't know where Tom is.
Tom is in East Sonoma, I would assume.
Dar is probably within walking distance. Hi, Dar.
Hey, Dar.
Someone asked what we're drinking, which is a perfect segue. Speaking of Dar.
Yeah.
Hi. I want to talk about mine first.
Okay, I don't know if they can hear you from over there, but.
Oh, I think they can. I am drinking a sparkling dry Prosecco. Shout out to Aaron if you're listening. You would love this. It's from the Panel Wine Lounge here in Sonoma. We've been talking about wines at every one of these of our favorite wines, and today, because we've got this global theme, we're doing the Panel Wine Lounge here in Sonoma, which is amazing, and they have great international wines and fantastic lounge, but they also have a really cool club so they can ship anywhere, and they have a sparkling club. I'm looking at you, Monica. This one's a Prosecco, dry Prosecco. And Josh is drinking a do you know what you're drinking?
I
I
don't.
didn't even tell you.
It's really good, though.
It's a Slovenia white called Rebula. This was a really cool tasting that the panel did.
Oh, yeah, this is
This wine's never been sold in the U.S., and their winemaker came and did a tasting, and we bought a bunch of their bottles. It's fantastic. And then we have a red open for later that we've never tried that is in this month's wine shipment. So we'll talk about that when we're ready.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Panel wine. It's the Panel.
I'll put a link in the comments.
Yeah, Rachel put a link. We love it. It's a great wine club. If you're here in Sonoma, they have awesome wine that you don't find other places. And
they have a shop and a lounge. Oh, it's great.
And anyone out there looking for a wine club, it's a really good one. It's not expensive. It's good wine.
And the
it's
people
awesome.
are fabulous.
I don't know if anyone's from Worcester that's on there, but I'm going to do a song that doesn't have an exact geographical doesn't have a geographical name in it, but it was sort of inspired by my hometown of Worcester, Ohio. That I grew up there for half my life, and I guess there's nothing else to really say about it. It's not exactly about Worcester, but it is inspired by it. Small town, getting smaller, pushed around and dragged down by the collar. It's a bitter sound when you holler. Don't worry about me, and don't blame me. And I'll meet you at the eye. Please don't be late. Don't ask why. I'll be bringing a song and a sad story. Don't worry about me, and don't blame me. 'Cause I'm leaving on the next train. Well, I've paid my dues and heard the news, and it's a damn shame. And I can't see the road ahead, but I can see the right, and this town is dead. I don't want to go, but I can't stay. This town is dying a little more each day. And you've got roots to attend, so we'll tell some lies and pretend Yeah, we'll tell some lies and pretend. I gave 15 years in my right hand. I put my head and my heart into this land. Once this town was full, but now it's hollow. Don't follow me, and don't blame me. 'Cause I'm leaving on the next train. Well, I heard the news and I paid my dues, and it's a damn shame. And I can't see the road ahead, but I can see the writing, and this town is dead. Small town getting smaller, pushed around and dragged down by the collar. Again, not about Worcester, although if you are from Worcester, you would know what the I is. I did take that.
Did we know that Dar lived in Oberlin for 5 years?
No.
She didn't. She just said she.
Oh, well, I
she
knew
didn't
they
know.
had Browns affiliations,
No. Oh,
so maybe that's where it started.
maybe.
Anyone else out there? Who's out there? Thanks for hanging out, guys. Yeah, so the reason we're in here, in our studio, which is our garage, is my regular studio is getting the hardwood floors redone, so we are in the process of waiting for that to dry so we can move back in. So luckily we have this nice garage. This is good, this Sloveni. Remember this?
Yeah, I really like it. This Prosecco's fantastic.
All right, this next one is I got the line for this on the Mazzy Star tour, and we were it was U.S. tour. We were on a bus, and we spent like a whole day in Cedar City. What is that? Cedar City, Iowa? I guess. Where was that? Where was? Yeah, Cedar City, Iowa. I guess. There's a lot of Cedar Cities. I think it was the Iowa one. No, Cedar City, Utah. Sorry. Yeah, it was Cedar City, Utah. I think there's also a Cedar City, Iowa. So anyways, I don't know. The first line of this was South Cedar City and my girl, she looks pretty. And I had that in my little list of lyrics for a long time before I ended up coming up with the with this. And I think it just kind of built itself off of Utah. And you'll see why. Duh, how could I forget it was Utah? South of Cedar City and my girl, she looks pretty, pretty as the juniper in fall. And it sure would be a pity if I lost my little kitty. When I fell in love, she became my all. She became my all. Well, she's Mormon, but I'm a pagan, yet she packs my Copenhagen. She's clean as a lily in the rain. She don't undercook the bacon in the breakfast she is making, and I'd never ever heard the word abstain. I don't want to hear it again. She's my Latter-day Saint, and she's everything I ain't. She's a good one and she lives by a code. I only wanted to date her, but I might have to get the papers, or I'm liable to explode. She's the fresh coat of paint and I'm the dirty yellow stain, creeping in upon her purity. If she's able, I am Cain, thinking them bad thoughts again on how to get her a little bit dirty. Just a little bit dirty. inside there's excitement she can't hide. She's done some wrong, but it ain't wrong enough. And her faith has been a-drifting, and my spirits, they are lifting. And one day I might see her in the buff. I haven't gone and given up. She's my Latter-day Saint, and she's everything I ain't. She's a good one and she lives by a code. I only wanted to date her, but I might have to get the papers, or I'm liable to explode. She starts flirting and I'm thinking about converting, but the rules are a bit disconcerting. Would I give up the beer, the chew, and all the rest to finally see what's underneath that dress? Well, she's perfect, but I am biased, and she's so damn pious. But I knew it, and she never once misled. And for some damn reason, she's in love with this here heathen. But I might be thinking with the wrong head. She's my Latter-day Saint, and she's everything I ain't. She's a good one, and she lives by a code. I only wanted to date her, but I might have to get the papers, or I'm liable to explode. It's funny, I print out the lyrics just to give you people the best, and it often screws me up because I end up looking over at them. It's like, wait, where am I? I mean, generally I don't forget my lyrics. I really don't. But, I just, for such an important. Alright, I'm liking this guitar. I'm going to stay on this guy. Anyone out there?
Yeah.
Hello to everyone.
Your dad's connected.
Sonia.
Sonia.
Hey, Sonia.
Andy Weaver.
Hey.
Your mom's Jay is connected.
Mm.
And there's a rumor that Elena is connected, but she has not said so herself.
Well, I hope she is, because she's played this song.
Colleen's there. Melinda's there.
Hello to the Hola a todos las barajas. If you are out there thinking about your day.
Sam Meisner says he doesn't hear any overdrive on their end.
Good. Yeah, it looks healthy, but it's dangerously close. Alright, so this tune does not have an exact geographic reference. And actually, Steve Perry, Elena's husband, gave me the idea for this song, I remember years ago. This one's called the Coal Miner Song. And it was about coal miners. I actually tried to look this up before this thing, and I couldn't exactly find it. So maybe if Steve knows the exact story, but it was, or the exact link or town or whatever, but it was about Canadian coal miners. I think it was out on the east part of Canada. I could be wrong. But it had to do with all the deaths in the mines, and when there would be a death, they would blow this whistle, and the whole town would know that there had been a death. I don't know if the whistle was to bring emergency or whatever, but that was the story. I wrote this not too long after moving to California, and so it doesn't have a specific thing, but it's definitely Canadian coal miners. And I looked for the actual town or whatever, but you look up ringing the I forget what it was impossible to find. But anyways, this one's called the Coal Miner Song. It could have gone in the historical podcast as well, or the historical live show. And I remember living in Petaluma on Liberty Lane and like writing a bunch of this in my car as I was sitting outside, like before I went in to go home. I remember it was a nice day, and it was a rare. The first line and the first line of the chorus struck me because it's rare in California. It was raining and it was warm, so. Rain came down, but it's a warm wind. Woe for men, woe for men. Well, I can't go down, the black cough is coming around, and I hope to see my baby once again. 5 years out of Louisiana, oh it does, and I'm a losing man. Well, I'm a losing man. Well, I rolled the die, and it came up small, and that was all, that was all. Rain came down, but it's a warm wind. Woe for men, woe for men. Well, I can't go down, the black cough is coming around, and I hope to see my baby once again. Get some money so we can marry, working with canaries, canaries. And the folks outside, they stand and cry when they hear that whistle start to blow. Whoa. If Steve and Elena are out there, they better just have done that. Rain came down, but it's a warm wind. Woe for men, woe for men. Well, I can't go down, the black cough is coming around, and I hope to see my baby once again. Are cold, and the mines are cold, and a marrying man is what I want to be, and I know one day that whistle blows for me. Whoa, rain came down, but it's a warm wind. Woe for men, woe for men. And I can't go down, the black cough is coming around, and I hope to see my baby once again. And I hope to see my baby once again. And I hope to see my baby once again.
There's lots of clapping on this thread as well. We have two Lisas watching. We have Lisa from Vermont, and we have Lisa from Bohemian Creamery. Which makes
good. She found it.
Fantastic cheese. Love your cheese, Lisa.
Yeah, look out for the Bohemian Creamery cheese. If you can find it, it is mind-blowing. Wish we had some of the that cheese right now with this wine. I think this is the next tune.
Want a little more white?
Sure. Okay, here's a tune that I wrote for my band Plum Crazy. It's I don't play it too much because it's sort of built to be an electric song, but it's got a geographical place in the title. And I don't know exactly. Oh well, I know the impetus to this song. I don't remember where the lyrics impetus. Well, I remember the girl. But what's up?
I lost your feed, but it might be on my end.
Huh? Looks fine over here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Rachel said she lost the feed there for a second. Hopefully everyone's still there. So anyways, actually I remember the girl, and I remember that I was playing Here I'll Stand Head in Hand, that Hide Your Love Away, Beatles. I remember that was like my favorite song to play at that point. I used to go to Wickersham Park in Petaluma and play it. So I know that was the impetus for the main groove, and then I remember the girl, and I guess it kind of just built from there. Really fun to play with the band, so I don't play it too much acoustically, but like to hear it go. 3 strikes and you're out, and the game is over. I am not trying to be your lover, but things get so complicated, and I just turn bitter and jaded to everything that's around this god-awful town. She's just a girl from Milwaukee. I'm just a guy who's trying to get lucky. She's just a girl from Milwaukee. Yeah. And every time it seems to me that the game's gone and ended, you break through the fence I've been carefully mending. And according to the day, and according to the night, she looks around and things just don't seem quite. She's just a girl from Milwaukee. I'm just a guy who's trying to get lucky. She's just a girl from Milwaukee. Yeah. Sat while I had coffee, you had tea, but I guess the joke's on me, 'cause you sure seemed happy. Yes, I guess the joke's on me, 'cause you sure looked happy. Yes, I guess the joke's on me. Yes, I guess the joke's on me. I guess the joke's on me. Yes, I guess the joke's on me. But I guess the joke's on me, she's just a girl from Milwaukee. I'm just a guy who's trying to get lucky. She's just a girl from Milwaukee. Yeah. Yeah. Dedicated to Hawkyard out there.
He said he can't help but hear Shauna's.
Yeah.
That was I think that was the most favorite song of Plum Crazy to dance to. My mom said it sounds great as an acoustic. Benanti in the house.
Oh, that's funny. I think he missed. I was going to say that during the Latter-day Saint, that one is always sort of tacitly dedicated to Benanti out there for reasons that will go unstated. But I think he might have missed it. But he could go back and listen. He's heard it before. But it's kind of always, I always get a little Benanti in my brain when I sing that one.
That's funny. I didn't realize that both of our moms loved that last song. Good taste, moms.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to play a pretty new song here in the people's key of E flat minor. In this tune, I had the guitar thing. Had this little guitar melody that I kind of liked, and then went back and found it one day looking for something to write over, and found it, and the first line just came to me, and then the rest of it just sort of, the story sort of unlaid itself to me there. Italian leather shoes, bought used, and he swore that he'd seen her here before and was amused. Said a single word, his heart stirred. He longed for one he could adore. His vision blurred, and she don't know how beautiful she is. All she thinks a flaw, they're not at all. And besides, he'd be one to feel they're ideal, and she don't know how beautiful she is. chance that you don't take. You hesitate, therefore don't let her walk on out that door. Your mistake, and she don't know how beautiful she is. She is. Thank you. We got the lovely and talented Rachel Leroy over here moderating.
Clapping for all of the other people who cannot clap. Elena, for
Yay.
reals, is on.
Did
and
you-
Nick Mazzaro.
Mazzaro. What's up, my man? You missed the song inspired by Worcester. I think there's another song inspired by Worcester. Oh yeah, the song after this is inspired by Worcester as well.
We have a question about the color of our garage.
You're making it up.
Nope.
What is
I'm
it?
not making it up.
Question about the color of our garage. Who asked?
I'm not going to tell you who asked. I like that garage color. What color is it? Via text.
Via.
So they can be anonymous.
Or they don't have. They're not on Facebook. Is it Bama or something like that? That is the official Cleveland Browns orange color. You can see. Oh, kinda see.
Careful.
Yep, you can kinda see. We had to redo this whole garage when we moved in, and it's the first house I've ever owned. So I said, "What's the point of owning a house if you can't paint the garage the Cleveland Browns helmet?" So that is Cleveland Browns orange, and you could barely see it, but we have the official helmet stripe going down the middle.
Those are official colors.
Those are official colors.
And I have to say that originally Josh wanted to paint the living room.
No, I wanted to paint the outside of the house.
Yeah, first it was the outside of the house. Then it was the living room. And I said, how about the garage? And now we have the coolest Cleveland Browns garage in Sonoma County.
Yeah, we have the only Cleveland Browns garage in California, probably.
Probably.
Like this, maybe in the world. I don't know if anyone, probably someone in Ohio has,
No.
but yes, that
I
is
would hope so.
the beautiful, perfect hue that is the Cleveland Browns orange.
Ah, Darlene loves that. Yay.
Speaking of Dar, let's try the red.
Okay.
So we prop local wines when we do this thing. We've done Bump in Sonoma. We've done Revival and Relic out of Napa. Good friends. So this is from the Panel, which is a great wine shop and wine club. If you're on the other side of the country and you want a good wine club, the Panel in Sonoma. And this is a, what did you say this was?
This is a
Croatian?
Greek, a Greek red.
Greek
So
red.
we have not tried this before. This is from their monthly.
Mhm.
Cheers.
But they've sent some other Greek wine. It's all been good. Tends to be relatively light. No, that's
Oh,
interesting.
that is really light. That's good.
Yeah, it's got a little
got a little.
funky strawberry thing happening, which is cool. All right, enough talking. This next one's got, again, we are doing 80 Rhymes Around the World, which is basically just everything's got a geographical reference into it. So this was a tune I wrote years ago, and actually, even though he doesn't remember it, I'm pretty sure my dad sort of gave me the impetus for the first line. So sort of there's a million like drinking country song. Country songs about drinking, and I love me a country song about drinking, but I thought I'd try to write a song that was a country song that was, and I I don't write too many country songs. And this one probably has too many chords to be actually a country song anyways, but I decided to try to write a song about a guy who would like love to drink himself to death, but like drink doesn't agree with him physically, so like he'd just love to booze and pill himself to death, but just doesn't agree with him, so it's sort of the anti-country song in a way. And I'm not gonna forget it, but Lord, if I could drink, I'd have a story to tell, but the whiskey just bothers me, and I wake up in the morning and I feel like hell, and it feels like heaven to hold you in my arms at 11:45. Well, the world can't do me no harm, it could do me some good, living like I should. Living like I can has left me a lonely man, and I got no friends in a bottle, and the pills make me ill. Sometimes I wonder why I bother at all. When there's love involved, there's always pain to kill. Sometimes I think my whole life's a dry spell, 'cause the blues, they just follow me, and I'm waiting for the day when I might feel well, and I might feel bad losing what I had, and I might feel better with an Alabama slammer. She was my Alabama slammer, Dixie style, a little southern comfort every once in a while. No taste for Manhattans or Long Island iced tea. Come on, Alabama, come home with me. If I could drink, I'd have a story to tell, but the whiskey just bothers me, and I wake up in the morning and I feel like hell, and I've got no friends in a bottle, and the pills made me ill. Sometimes I wonder why I bother at all. When there's love involved, there's always pain to kill. When there's love involved, there's always pain to kill. Greek is interesting. Hello to anyone out there hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. If you missed any of it, we'll leave it up. You can go check it out if you want. Beginning of it. We had some massive technical difficulties at the beginning, but we got it figured out frantically. Those of you that know me will know that I love being late and not doing what I said I'm going to do. It's really one of my favorite things. I don't get frustrated at all. I have a very laissez-faire. I like, I'll show up whenever.
Yeah.
All right, this one is inspired by Worcester, Ohio. I think I'm doing it in this key. This is my...
We have several former Worcester, Ohio residents.
Oh, yeah? Who's there?
Oh, Nick.
Mazzaro.
And your dad. And
Mom.
your mom. And maybe one of your aunts. Chrissy. Did Chrissy used to live in Worcester?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if Lori and Franz are.
Lauren and Franz, I don't think are on
They
there.
haven't texted me, so I don't know. Maybe they're on there. I'll text them.
So anyways, this one is inspired by Worcester, Ohio. And when I say Worcester, Ohio, because when I say Worcester, people think it's Worcester, which is out in Massachusetts, but you people are freaking Worcester. And truthfully, when you look at ours, we're probably Worcester. But that's how we know you're not from Worcester, as you say Worcester. So anyways, this one, the impetus for this tune, one was that I wanted to write a song in open D, if it was open, but this open major tuning, and we were back there one time, and it was like I drive a Prius, and I had this realization, like, you know, I haven't lived in that town for, you know, a long time. I haven't really lived there for like about 22 years. So you go back and like your memories of a town that you lived in that long ago, like all the cars are memories of cars from that time, you know. So being back there and like seeing Priuses driving around Worcester was just sort of, I don't know, it's just sort of this weird thing where it's just like, it's just weird to see a modern car in my old town, you know. So that was kind of the, you know, just it looked wrong. So that's the impetus for this song and the first line and all of that. And then from that, it was this idea of probably a guy who, you know, probably someone like my age or whatever that has moved back to his hometown and you know, sees small hometowns, sees old flames and all that, and just this idea. For some reason, I always pictured him moving back to like help with his elderly parents or something like that. But anyways, when I'm writing these, a lot of time I can see, like on this one, I can definitely see, what is it like? These like the first two verses, I pictured them being at like a party of an old classmate, and I could seeing each other across the room, and I don't know, I could see it very, very clearly for some reason. So, anyways, this one's called New Cars. That's a long ramble. This one's dedicated to my dad because I know he loves it. These new cars look so wrong in my old town, and I see you've been hanging around. I'm scared right now because you know all I once was. Tongue-tied, battered by age, quickly retreat in my shame. Sometimes I see your eyes, old thoughts of us reprise, but it's all in vain. Shattered and worn, more naked than the day when I was born. I live in my memory, days when you so cleverly stole my heart. time has been good to you. I've been beaten and bruised. It was the right choice to make. I'm just one big mistake, even when I tried. I'll pass the rest of my days thinking on all I let get away. He walks out with my wife. I see my dreams in his life, but they're not for me. These new cars look so wrong in my old town. Yeah, thank you.
They say they're hearing dings, but we're not hearing dings. Hey, Troy's here.
No idea why you'd be hearing anything. Hey, Center.
And Doug Lane's here.
Hey, Doug.
And Julie
Hey.
Arsenet, who I don't think you've met, but that's Jeff's sister. I've told you about Julie.
Yeah,
She was
I
in
know.
Antarctica.
Oh, yeah. She's in Antarctica
She
now?
was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are hearing dings. Huh.
Dings. I have no idea why you'd be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got no computer audio going, so that's strange.
Can I just give a big thank you to the folks who have donated
Oh yeah, thanks.
/ bought tickets.
Thank you, everyone.
Jeff and Beth in Boston, and Ken and Lisa in Vermont,
Thank you.
and Sean and EJ
Oh, thank
in
you guys.
Sonoma County. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Of course, I've lost massive amounts of gigs during this whole thing, so very appreciated. But it's interesting. I did a for the local paper right at the beginning. I was the guy asked me some questions, and I said, you know, that I had done some of these, and he asked about doing the live streams and what, you know, how I felt about them, and if it was weird to not have the feedback of people clapping and yada yada yada. And I was like, yeah, it's like strange. It's very strange. But I told him how it's in a way weirdly more intimate because, you know, if I'm playing a solo show, and I think all of you know that, you know, I'm more often playing with a band, although I've been playing more solo shows, and if I'm doing original tunes, like, of course I love talking about them if anyone, you know, asks about them, and it's like we've had a bunch of feedback about how it's nice to hear the stories of the songs, but, you know, if you're sitting and you're playing, like, even with an attentive audience out, you know, out on a patio or something playing a solo show, you don't get to talk about them this much. It just feels, you know, because if there's a group of people over there and they're not listening, really closely, they're just thinking, what the hell's up with this dude? Like, why is he talking? Just play some freaking music. With this, there's like sort of a strange, there's even more intimacy in that, like, everyone is sitting there, and if it's on in the background, that's totally fine, but it's probably not going to annoy you so much from talking about the song. So it's just kind of interesting that, like, staring at a camera is in a way more intimate. So anyways, la próxima canción es para la familia de Barajas, si están allá. So this next one is for the Barajas family, if they are there. Sonia was on there earlier. I'm not sure if she still is. Hopefully her mom is doing great, and whoever's there. But Sonia helped me a lot with my my Spanish, and I love languages. So I've studied some Spanish, and yo puedo sobrevivir. I can survive more or less. But anyways, this is the only song I've ever written in another language, and it's called Que Desir Corazon. And if anyone knows Spanish, Que Desir Corazon. Anyone? So that means it basically means one must say corazon, which means heart. But it's sort of this funny thing where when you listen to Spanish language music, whether it's Argentinian or Spanish or Mexican or like, it's actually sort of a joke that they will always use the word corazon. Like, corazon always comes up, and it's like me and Rachel almost have a little game who can hear the corazon first. But it's like it's like in English, they use it for everything. They use it for, like, my love, the person, it's a part of the body. It's so anyways, this one is called I think I wrote this after we went to Argentina, and I was like, wow, even down here you just have to say corazon. Like, it's a law that every song has to have corazon in it. So anyways, vámonos. Hay que decir corazón, es la ley de las canciones, en España y Havana y acá, no se puede escapar. Cuando aprendí la palabra, no sabía que se usa para todo, un sentimiento, una parte y persona, cubre todas las zonas. Hay que decir corazón, es la ley de las canciones, en España y Havana y acá, no se puede escapar. Cuando cantas en español, espero que hayas dicho esta palabra de oro, por favor, está seguro. Hay que decir corazón, es la ley de las canciones, en España y Havana y acá, no se puede escapar. Doy mi corazón a ti, ¿quién es mi corazón? Es muy confundido para mí, cada beso una educación. Hay que decir corazón, es la ley de las canciones, en España y Havana y acá, no se puede escapar. Y no gustaría I don't know if Sonia's still there, but I remember writing the finishing figuring out the last line after I had driven her home from the Hot Monk that night, and then I walked back to get the other car, my car, and I wrote the rest of it.
She is listening.
Yeah. Remember writing that on the way home. Cubre todas as zonas. Covers all the zones.
Kathy and Jeff are listening, and Kathy says she loves the stories that go along with the song.
Oh, thank you, Kathy.
And Chrissy says the same thing.
Oh, great. Thank you. It's fun. It's fun to... There's nothing more, for a songwriter, there's nothing more precious than someone liking where they came from,
And Drew said he wrote a song featuring the antagonist Don Corazon Negro. And it's funny, a couple people are talking about the riddle, so we might have to bring up the riddle.
Nice. Okay, is this the guitar I want to play with? Seems like it. Okay, this one has a very, very long story behind it. Is that I wanted to, I needed another blues tune in A. Sometimes that's the seed. I love sitting out there and picking some fingerstyle blues, and I don't know a lot of them, even though I love it. So I wrote this one because, just like the one earlier, sometimes you just need a blues to pick. And I think it was Rachel's mom asked for a full show of blues at some point. We might be able to do that. I actually do really like this tune. It's fun to play. Picked up my broom, sweep the floor. My baby don't call me back no more. She's gone away, on down to the bayou. All night and day, I got no one to cry to. This old guitar might be missing some strings. They break like my heart. All I do is sing, sing. She's gone away, on down to the bayou. The whole world's gone gray, at least in my view. these blues by yourself, you don't need to keep a form. Just play the blues. Bottle of gin, a bottle of rye, they're empty like me, we've all run dry, dry. She's gone away on down to the bayou. Ain't no reason today to get on up out of my room. Gone, gone and left me, swept me under the rug. She's the only thing that I've been thinking of. I hate to say I lost her to the bayou. I can't drink it away. Lord knows I've tried to. Thank you to the little dog down here, bringing it. There, Coach is bringing the energy, man. That's my boy. Good boy, buddy. Who is a ham hock? You are a ham hock. That's my boy. It's a good ham hock over there. Ah, yeah, playing the blues is fun. Okay, I got a few more, guys. Thank you. We started late because of technical difficulties, so thank you all for hanging out. We are having fun here in our garage studio. What's going on over there, Leroy? That amount of red wine.
Oh, alright. That'll be remedy. We have a coalition forming for some blues. Of course, my mom's leading it. Robert Yorick.
Yeah, Bob.
Agrees. Blues night. Paul Rodman's on.
Oh, nice.
Mark
Paul.
Lawson's on. And we're saying some things in Spanish, which, you know.
Who?
No comprende. Your mom, I think I understand. She says what I say. Mi español está muy malo. Lo siento. And Colleen says, I'm not going to try this. You'll have to just look later.
Está bien. Puedo mirar más tarde. Oh yeah, here's another tune that is usually pretty electric. Don't play it a ton acoustically. but and it's funny, I went back and listened to the recording the other day, and we had this really interesting part that I know I ripped off of some Grateful Dead sort of ideas of this whole middle jam. Remember, I went to E flat major 7. I'm not going to do all that. We had Shauna scatting and killer keys solo and all that. I'm just going to keep it relatively tight here. So this one, I know that I wrote it off of, I got hired to play guitar with this woman, and we were doing Ode to Billy Joe. It was the 3rd of June, that sort of thing, and it was that was the funnest song that I played in that set. A lot of times that's how I end up finding new cover songs, is I'll get hired to play a set, and it's like, oh wow, there's a couple. I really love this song. I've never heard this song. That was one that I had not heard at that point. This is a long time ago, before I played pedal steel or anything. And obviously that's now it's crazy that I had not heard it, but just the groove, that sort of thing, really fun to play. So I basically, again, I could learn that song, or I could just write a song that kind of has a similar groove. So I wrote it off of that, and then I remember that, like, strangely, I mean, Santa Cruz is what Santa Cruz is, for better or worse, but the first couple times, at least, maybe 3 times I was in Santa Cruz, I had really fucked up days. So I know that was part of the story too. So anyways, this one is technically called Santa Cruz Tale, and I don't play it much anymore, but it's a nice tune. He said, I gotta leave Santa Cruz before I've been here too long, 'cause I don't have the energy to write another sad, sad song. And her face is like a melody inside my head, but the melody's much closer. I think I'll sing it instead. La 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 la. And pieces of a broken day end up on a page, while the battles inside my head continue to rage. And it testifies in Santa Cruz, he speaks to the sea, while pieces of the melody continue to repeat. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Remember the other part of where this was, that whole first part, face of it, about the melody inside of the head, which is like, I kind of always have a melody going on in my head. And it was like a girl, and I remember meeting her, and like the melody kind of got pushed out by remembering her face a long while back. And he picks up his guitar and he begins to play, and he forgets that she left him only yesterday. He's hitting the road, he's got himself free, and he knows that the melody will never ever leave. La Thanks, guys. Got a couple more here. Fun hanging out and playing.
I want to thank a couple more people for buying tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Melinda and Richie in New
Thank
York.
you.
And Dar and Charlie down the road.
Oh, thank you.
Sonia.
Oh, Sonia, thank you. Okay. This tune is. I remember writing it out on the coast on some beach, but that's about all I really remember. And it's funny because I remember writing it and being like, I really want to have a bluegrass tune in B flat. And I just shouldn't have written it in B flat. I should have written it in G. So I'm gonna play it in G, I think. Winter rain it pouring down. Seems like things are coming round. I left my baby in a cold night. Seems like things turned out alright. Halfway down to LA, $6 in my hand. 2 weeks since you left me, I'm a broken-hearted man. Those things you said to me, I think I'll always remember. And the rain fell down upon our heads that day in December. Winter rain, it pouring down. Seems like things are coming round. I left my baby in a cold night. Seems like things turned out alright. Your new loving band. So I packed my things and I headed for the nearest foreign land. Well, across the border began to order nothing but booze, thinking that if you didn't win, you surely had to lose. Then I realized that a winning hand is always relative, and you always want what you can't have when you got so much to give. Well, I dropped the cup and I got right up and I packed up my bags, and I headed north to Monterey to see what I could have. The winter rain is pouring down. Seems like things are coming round. I left my baby in a cold night. Seems like things turned out alright. Seems like things turned out alright. Hey guys, I think I got one more here.
Joey Bartolite says, sweet pickin'.
Thank you, Bartolite. I miss picking with other humans. Alright, I got one more. I left the one that is closest to home for last. Nice hanging out with y'all.
There's lots of clapping on that one. And Megan Rand says, sounds great.
Good. This one still trips me up, but it's, well, if Dar and them are still there, they'll maybe appreciate this. We're drinking panel wine from the Panel, which is our wine club here in Sonoma. But it's like a fine woman and a fine wine. This one is called My Sonoma Girl. I love my Sonoma girl like I love Pinot, I love Zen. She nearly knocked me over like a Diablo wind. Strolling up Broadway, so sweet, so naughty. She's got the brains and she's got the body. Born back east, the middle of 3 box fans in the windows, pushing around humidity. Bare toes in the black dirt, blue eyes in the books. She's growing into herself, she's growing into her looks. And Daddy said that one is growing like bamboo. She's as haughty as a preacher, she's got an ankle tattoo. She's as stubborn as a basset, she's the blade of a knife. Her opinion is tacit, she'll make a lovely ex-wife. I love my Sonoma girl like I love Pinot, I love Zen. She nearly knocked me over like a Diablo wind. Strolling up Broadway, so sweet, so naughty. She's got the brains and she's got the body. Eating up quickly, a couple degrees, with a head full of knowledge, but it's all just theories. She needs sandals in the ground, so she's heading out left. She's read all about the fates, but she's never gone and leapt. To the sage and the eucalyptus grows, the clover growing in the rows. It's almost painful in April, looking right at the hills, till the green turns to gold and the vines begin to fill. Yeah, I usually do this up a whole step, I realize. It is really, I was talking to Chris Miano today about this. It's freaking glorious out here in California right now. The hills are Ireland green. Bursting, it's just amazing. In like 2 weeks, all the grass will be dead and golden, but right now it's just freaking glorious. Bodacious as Bordeaux, she's like a perfect roan. She's tannic but approachable, and I'd love to take her home. But I've only had a taste, yeah, just a little sip. Yes, she lingers on my tongue, and I still feel her on my lips. I love my Sonoma girl like I love Pinot, I love Zen. She nearly knocked me over like a Diablo wind. Strolling up Broadway, so sweet, so naughty. She's got the brains and she's got the body. She's got the brains and I want that body. Thanks, everyone. Nice to hang out. We're going to let this roll for a few seconds. A minute or so. Because the little dog is just getting crazy back there and he's just freaking out. He's just, you can't, he's just freaking out. Look at his eyes. One of them's open. Oh my goodness, Coacher! Stretching it out. Buddy, we could not have done it without you, sir. There is literally no way we could have done it without the goddamn hammock over here. It's just the little dog and the, yep, say, buddy, and and sir, yep, And this is what we got. That's the little dog. We've got the little dog. And just to really give the full effect.
Oh.
Okay, coacher. And we've got the widescreen. This is a coacher. Okay. And the good boy. Okay, buddy. Love you, bud.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Oh, Drew's asking about the riddle. I get that there are 5 elements that it involves. And it involves the, yeah. Yeah, Santa, all I can say is, you gotta know some things about the elements in there. Mostly the first 2, or the ones on the left, I will say. If you know something about those, that is the key.
It's driving Colleen nuts.
It's really, really hard, but I would say that the internet is not off limits. I would be shocked if anyone got it without a little bit of research. You kind of got to know us, and you kind of got to know the characters in the pictures. That's a big hint. If you know them, and you look at the other hints, I put 2 hints up about something specific. What do they have in common? If you look that up, you might be able to figure it out.